I'm making studies for drawing inspiration. I'm doing these studies as nature inspirations for a future world building project. And my latest study is about the tulip trees. The tulip tree is a botanical giant with a bit of an identity crisis, but a whole lot of personality. With their towering trunks and tulip-shaped flowers, these trees stand out in forests from eastern North America to parts of China and Vietnam, each location boasting its own tulip tree species. There's American tulip tree native to North America, and Chinese tulip tree is its counterpart in Asia. Both are massive trees that seem to stretch towards the sky, with the American species sometimes reaching heights of 58 meters. Why the name tulip tree? It's not because it's related to the colorful tulip of springtime gardens. That's why I said they have this identity problem. Rather, it comes from the trees striking tulip-like flowers. These blossoms aren't just for show, they're large and bold with 9 tepals and 3 green outer ones and 6 inner petals, colored in a soft yellow-green with an orange flare in the American species. Some people call it the yellow poplar, but they shouldn't be confused with actual poplars. Actually, they are in the magnolia family and have their own majestic breed. The leaves of the tree are also something to admire, shaped almost like a set of butterfly wings. They have 4 distinct lobes and a notched apex. Young trees have bigger leaves with deeper lobes, while older trees show off smaller, mature versions. In fall, these leaves turn yellow and brown, casting a golden glow over forests just before they drop. The trees are mostly deciduous, though a few hold on to their leaves in the warmer regions of Florida and Yunnan. If you have the chance to stroll through an Appalachian forest, you can keep an eye out for these large trees. Tulip trees grow so tall that they poke above the canopy of maples and oaks, showing off their heights and distinct shape. They're a favorite in Appalachian co-forests, where some reach more than 50 meters. But the record holder is an impressive 58 meters tall tree. It is called the Fork Ridge Tulip Tree, and it is at a secret location in the Great Smoky Mountains of North Carolina. It is actually the tallest known native flowering tree in North America. They're also known for longevity. For example, the Queen's Giant is a tulip tree that is the oldest living thing in the New York metropolitan area, and it has been there for around 400 years. Interestingly, tulip trees have been around since ancient times. Fossil records show that they once thrived across the northern hemisphere, including Europe, during the Tertiary period. As the Ice Age crept in, they disappeared from Europe, though they survived in the milder climates of North America and Asia. So if you ever come across a towering tulip tree, consider that it has ancient roots and once spanned continents. In cultivation, tulip trees aren't too picky. They like temperate climates, sun or partial shade, and deep fertile soils with a bit of acidity. Grown from seeds, they take patience, a good 8 years before they start flowering. And let's not forget about the wood. Fine-grained, easy to work with, and aptly called poplar or tulip wood. It's used in furniture, framing and cabinetry. In fact, many inexpensive hardwood pieces actually rely on tulip wood for their sturdy frames. While it's not particularly rot resistant, it does well for lighter crafts. The Chinese tulip tree is native to central and southern China and northern Vietnam, and it is a close relative of the American tulip tree. It's not as tall as the American tulip tree and displays deep lobed leaves and yellow-green flowers without the American variety's orange hue. While it's a bit less hardy than its American cousin, it's popular in gardens worldwide, from Kew Gardens in England to Vancouver, Canada, even earning the Royal Horticultural Society's Award of Garden Merit. Fast-growing and unique, it adds a dash of elegance wherever it's planted. The American tulip tree, on the other hand, is a giant of North American woodlands and an absolute marvel, known by many names like tulip wood, whitewood, yellow poplar, and even fiddle tree. This tree graces landscapes from Ontario to Florida with its unique tulip-shaped flowers and towering height. One of the tulip tree's standout qualities is its unusual combination of fast growth and robust mid-density wood, making it one of the most valuable hardwoods in its native habitat. Its straight sturdy trunk, often without branches close to the ground, makes it prized as a timber tree, especially in areas with rich moist soils. Despite being quite growing, its wood has strength and longevity, creating high-quality lumber used in everything from furniture to construction. The tulip tree's striking leaves, shaped like a stylized fiddle or tulip, turn a brilliant yellow in the fall, and in spring it puts on a show of yellow-green flowers with an orange streak at the base. These blossoms attract pollinators with their abundant nectar and are particularly popular with bees, who make honey with a distinctive amber color from tulip tree nectar. Its cones, loaded with seeds, serves as a modest food source for wildlife and are dispersed far and wide by the wind. Beyond its practical uses, the tulip tree holds a special place in cultural history. Native Americans recognized its durability and used it to carve dugout canoes, which early settlers adopted, earning the tree another nickname, canoewood. Its leaves also inspire names like fiddle tree, and its fluttering leaves have led people in the Mississippi Valley to call it a poplar despite its lack of relation to the true poplars. I especially like to draw plants which have nice flowers to play around with the colors, so this was another fun exercise for drawing, and in the meantime I learned about this magnificent tulip tree which brings a touch of grandeur to forests and backyards with its towering height, the tulip-shaped blooms, or its place in history. So I cannot take a stroll in the Appalachian forest, but making this illustration was a way to appreciate this botanical wonder, and I plan to create more botanical illustrations for learning and also drawing exercise. So if you're interested, I would love to see you on another drawing study.